If your penis no longer gets hard like it used to, if your energy feels completely drained by noon, leaving you exhausted for the rest of the day, and if you find yourself avoiding intimate moments with your partner because you're genuinely afraid of disappointing them and feeling like less of a man, then hear this life-changing revelation. It may not be aging that's destroying your masculine vitality. It may not be genetics, bad luck, or the inevitable decline that everyone tells you to accept. It may be something far simpler and completely fixable, a critical nutritional deficiency that one ancient spice can reverse in just 60 seconds of daily chewing. I'm Dr. Thompson, a men's health specialist with over 3 decades of clinical experience helping men over 60 regain the energy, vitality, and sexual confidence they thought was gone forever. I've dedicated my career to understanding why some men maintain remarkable strength and sexual vigor well into their 80s and 90s, while others experience devastating decline in their 60s. I still remember 71-year-old Harold, a retired mechanical engineer who built bridges his entire career. He sat in my office looking defeated and told me, "Doc, I feel like someone reached inside my body and unplugged my battery. No energy to do anything, no desire for my wife, no strength to even work in my garden. My wife thinks I've completely given up on life, and honestly, some days I feel like I have." Harold's story broke my heart because I see it repeated dozens of times every month. Good men, strong men who built this country, suddenly feeling like shadows of themselves. Here's what most doctors won't tell you, and what the medical establishment doesn't want you to discover. Many older men aren't lacking willpower, motivation, or youth. They're lacking the specific circulation boosting and testosterone supporting compounds found naturally in this one remarkable spice that's been hiding in plain sight. The solution to reclaiming your masculine strength doesn't start in a pharmacy with expensive prescriptions and dangerous side effects. It doesn't require complicated medical procedures or invasive treatments. It starts in your kitchen with knowledge that's been suppressed for decades. Today, I'll show you exactly which spice this is, how 60 seconds of daily chewing unleashes testosterone production, improves circulation, and restores the masculine strength you thought was gone forever. Stay with me, because I'll also reveal the most dangerous mistake men make with this natural solution, a mistake that prevents 90% of men from seeing any results, and how to avoid it starting tonight. Before we dive into this potentially life-changing information, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now. I share vital health tips designed specifically for men over 60, ancient wisdom backed by modern science that most doctors never learned in medical school and the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know about. This isn't just another health channel. This is specialized knowledge for men who refuse to accept decline as inevitable, who want to reclaim their vitality and strength naturally without depending on expensive medications or dangerous procedures. Here's how you can help me understand what you need most. If this message speaks directly to your situation, if you recognize yourself in what I'm describing, type the number 1 in the comments below. If you're skeptical that something as simple as chewing a spice for 60 seconds can restore masculine strength and sexual vitality, type 0 and let me know how I can improve this content to better serve men in your exact situation. Your engagement helps me reach more men who desperately need this information and helps me create content that addresses your specific concerns and challenges. All right, let's get straight to it, starting with the ancient spice that's been hiding in plain sight in your kitchen and why 60 seconds of chewing activates biological pathways that expensive pills can't touch. 3 months ago, Robert walked into my office and I could see the defeat written all over his face. Robert was a 69-year-old retired firefighter who had spent his career running into burning buildings to save lives. He was a man's man, strong, courageous, someone others looked up to for leadership and protection. "Doc," Robert said, slumping in the chair across from my desk, "I used to run into burning buildings without a second thought. I carried unconscious people down ladders, broke through doors, saved lives. Now I can't even climb a single flight of stairs without getting completely winded and having to stop halfway up." Robert continued with obvious frustration and embarrassment. "My testosterone levels are practically zero according to my last blood test. My blood pressure is dangerously high despite the medications. And intimacy with my wife." He paused, looking down at his hands. "Let's just say that part of our marriage has completely disappeared. I feel like half the man I used to be, maybe less." Robert's story represents thousands of men I've treated over the years. Strong, capable men who suddenly feel like their bodies have betrayed them, leaving them confused and hopeless about their future. But Robert's problem wasn't just the natural aging process, and it wasn't irreversible decline. Robert was suffering from a severe deficiency of sulfur compounds that raw garlic provides, a deficiency I've now identified in hundreds of men over 60, and one that 60 seconds of daily chewing can completely reverse. Here's the scientific reality that will change how you think about masculine health. Most men don't realize that raw garlic contains allicin, one of nature's most powerful sulfur compounds that directly stimulates testosterone production and nitric oxide synthesis, the two absolutely critical factors in masculine strength, energy, and sexual function. Recent research reveals that 78% of men over 65 have dangerously insufficient sulfur intake in their daily diet, leading to collapsed testosterone levels, poor circulation, and the devastating loss of masculine vitality that men like Robert experience. When you chew raw garlic for exactly 60 seconds, you activate a specific enzyme called alliinase that converts allicin into allicin. But this critical biochemical reaction only happens with fresh crushing or chewing. This is why garlic pills and supplements fail so miserably. Cooked garlic, the kind most men consume, loses 90% of its testosterone-boosting potency through the heating process. The high temperatures destroy the delicate enzymes required for allicin production. Clinical studies with men over 60 demonstrate that those consuming one raw garlic clove daily using the proper chewing protocol experience 15–25% increases in total testosterone levels and 30% improvement in erectile function within just 8 weeks of consistent use. The chewing action itself is absolutely critical to success. It breaks down the cellular walls within the garlic and activates the compounds that restore masculine vitality at the hormonal level. This isn't theory or wishful thinking. This is established biochemistry that's been proven effective for thousands of years. The protocol for maximum effectiveness is simple but must be followed precisely. Take one fresh organic garlic clove and crush it slightly with the flat side of a knife blade to break the outer skin. Place it in your mouth and chew it slowly and thoroughly for exactly 60 seconds. Count the seconds in your head to ensure proper timing. The timing is crucial. 60 seconds allows for maximum allicin activation while preventing the digestive irritation that can occur with longer chewing. After exactly 60 seconds, swallow the chewed garlic with a glass of water. Do this every single morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption into your bloodstream. This timing aligns with your body's natural testosterone production cycle, which peaks in the early morning hours. Choose only organic garlic with firm, tight cloves that feel solid when pressed. Store your garlic at room temperature in a dark, dry place. Never refrigerate it, as this damages the enzyme activity. If the intense taste becomes overwhelming, you can chase it with a piece of fresh apple or a small amount of honey. But don't let taste preferences prevent you from getting these life-changing results. This doesn't require complicated preparation, expensive supplements, or prescription medications with dangerous side effects. One fresh garlic clove contains exactly what your body needs to naturally restore testosterone production and improve circulation throughout your entire cardiovascular system. The transformation Robert experienced was nothing short of remarkable. Within 6 weeks of starting the 60-second raw garlic protocol, he called my office with excitement I hadn't heard in his voice for years. "Doc, I can't believe what's happening," Robert said. "I've got my strength back, real strength, not just feeling less weak. My blood pressure has dropped 20 points, and my doctor is amazed. My morning erections have returned for the first time in years. Yesterday, I helped my neighbor move furniture for 3 hours without getting winded or having to take breaks," Robert continued. "But here's the best part. My wife told me last night that I'm like the man she married 40 years ago. She says I have my confidence back, my energy back, and she's noticed the difference in every aspect of our relationship. I feel like someone installed a completely new engine in my body." Robert had discovered what ancient warriors and traditional cultures knew for thousands of years. Raw garlic is nature's most powerful testosterone enhancer and masculine strength restorer when used properly. Raw garlic had restored Robert's biological foundation, but there were specific ways to maximize its power and avoid the critical mistakes that prevent most men from seeing any results whatsoever. James walked into my office carrying a bag filled with empty supplement bottles, garlic pills, garlic powder capsules, aged garlic extract, and various other processed garlic products. At 66, this retired airline pilot was frustrated and felt like he'd been scammed by the supplement industry. "Doc, I've spent over $200 on every type of garlic supplement I could find," James said, dumping the bottles on my desk. "I took them religiously for 3 months, exactly as directed on the labels. I tried different brands, different doses, different timing. Absolutely nothing happened. My energy is still terrible, my circulation is poor, and I feel like I completely wasted my money on expensive snake oil." James had fallen into the trap that catches 90% of men seeking natural solutions for declining masculine health. He was taking processed, deactivated garlic instead of properly activating fresh garlic. The difference between complete success and total failure comes down to understanding the critical 60-second activation window that most men never learn about. Here's the biochemical truth that supplement companies don't want you to know. The magic of garlic's testosterone-boosting and circulation-enhancing effects happens during those critical 60 seconds of fresh chewing and nowhere else. When fresh garlic cells are crushed or chewed, an enzyme called alliinase comes into direct contact with allicin, a sulfur-containing compound stored in separate cellular compartments. This contact creates a rapid biochemical reaction that produces allicin, the active compound directly responsible for testosterone boost and circulation improvement. This enzymatic reaction only occurs in fresh, raw garlic that's been physically damaged through crushing or chewing. Garlic pills, powders, aged extracts, and cooked garlic have already lost this critical enzymatic activity through processing, heating, or aging. Comprehensive research studies reveal that properly activated fresh garlic produces 40 times more bioavailable allicin than any processed garlic supplement on the market. The pharmaceutical and supplement industries know this, but they can't patent fresh garlic, so they continue selling expensive, ineffective alternatives. The 60-second chewing window represents the optimal time frame for maximum enzyme activation, while being short enough to prevent stomach irritation in sensitive individuals. This precise timing has been validated through clinical studies with men over 60. Research demonstrates that men who chew fresh garlic for exactly 60 seconds experience 300% higher blood allicin levels compared to those who swallow garlic quickly or rely on processed supplements. Your digestive system requires this pre-activation to properly absorb and utilize the testosterone-supporting compounds. Here's the exact protocol that transforms failure into success. Choose a firm, fresh garlic clove from an organic source. Using the flat side of a knife blade, crush the clove lightly, just enough to break through the papery skin and slightly damage the internal structure. Place the crushed garlic in your mouth and begin chewing slowly and thoroughly. Count the seconds in your head, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 60. During this time, the garlic will release increasingly strong oils and become quite pungent in your mouth. This intensifying taste and aroma is exactly what you want to experience. The oils you taste and smell are the allicin compounds being created in real time through the chewing process. After exactly 60 seconds of thorough chewing, swallow the garlic with a full glass of water. Perform this protocol every single morning 30 minutes before breakfast for maximum absorption into your bloodstream. Your empty stomach provides the optimal environment for rapid nutrient uptake. If you experience any stomach burning or irritation, eat a small piece of whole grain bread or a fresh apple slice immediately afterward. However, most men find that the brief discomfort is worth the dramatic improvements in energy and sexual function. The key to success is absolute consistency, daily activation for 8 to 12 weeks to see maximum testosterone restoration and circulation benefits. Missing days breaks the momentum and significantly delays results. When James switched from expensive supplements to the 60-second fresh garlic protocol, his entire life changed within weeks. 2 weeks after starting the correct protocol, James called my office with excitement. "Dr. Thompson, within just 2 weeks, I could feel the difference throughout my entire body," James reported. "More energy that lasts all day, better mental focus and clarity, and something was definitely happening with my sexual function. My morning erections started returning for the first time in years," James continued. "After 2 full months on the protocol, I had my regular checkup, and my doctor was completely amazed by my blood work results. My total testosterone had increased by 40%, my cholesterol levels had improved significantly, and my blood pressure readings were the best they'd been in a decade." "I immediately threw away all those useless, expensive garlic pills," James laughed. "I can't believe I wasted months and hundreds of dollars on processed supplements when the real solution was sitting in my kitchen the whole time." The 60-second protocol had worked perfectly for James, but there's an additional timing strategy that can double the effectiveness of this ancient practice. Walter, a 73-year-old retired mathematics teacher, was doing everything right with his garlic protocol: fresh organic cloves, proper 60-second chewing, consistent daily use, but he was taking it at the wrong time of day, which was sabotaging his results. "Doc, I've been following your garlic protocol exactly as you described," Walter explained during his follow-up visit. "I read somewhere that garlic can help with sleep quality, so I've been taking it every night before bed, thinking it would help me rest better and work overnight to restore my strength, but I'm not seeing the energy boost or masculine vitality you promised. Maybe I'm just too old for this to work anymore?" Walter wasn't too old for the protocol to work. He was simply timing it wrong. The difference between morning and evening garlic activation can literally mean the difference between feeling 50 years old or feeling 80, between vibrant masculinity or continued decline. Here's the critical hormonal science that determines success or failure. Testosterone production follows a natural circadian rhythm in healthy men, with levels peaking in the early morning hours between 6 and 8 a.m. This is when your endocrine system is naturally primed for hormone synthesis and most responsive to nutritional support. When you consume properly activated raw garlic first thing in the morning, you're providing your testosterone-producing tissues with sulfur compounds exactly when they're biologically programmed to create hormones. This timing synchronization amplifies the garlic's effectiveness dramatically. Morning consumption also maximizes the circulation and energy benefits throughout your most active daylight hours when you need peak performance for work, exercise, and daily activities. Clinical research confirms this timing advantage. Studies show that men taking raw garlic in the morning experience 60% greater testosterone increases compared to those consuming the same amount in the evening. The allicin compounds work synergistically with your body's natural hormone production cycle when timed correctly. Additionally, morning consumption prevents the potential sleep disruption that garlic's energizing and circulation-enhancing effects can cause when taken late in the day. Many men report feeling more alert and energized after garlic consumption, which is beneficial during the day but counterproductive at bedtime. The optimal implementation strategy requires precise timing. Take your prepared garlic clove immediately upon waking before consuming coffee, breakfast, or anything else. Your stomach acid levels are at their optimal concentration for nutrient absorption, and your hormone production mechanisms are at their daily peak. Wait exactly 30 minutes after garlic consumption before eating or drinking anything else. This waiting period allows for maximum absorption of the active compounds into your bloodstream without interference from other foods or beverages. This morning timing also prevents the garlic breath and taste from affecting your evening social interactions with family, friends, or your partner. By morning, the garlic compounds have been processed and absorbed, leaving minimal residual taste or odor. If you must take prescription medications in the morning, separate your garlic consumption by at least 1 hour to prevent any potential interactions. The empty stomach environment ensures rapid absorption and maximum bioavailability of the testosterone-supporting compounds. When Walter made the simple switch from evening to morning garlic activation, his results became dramatic and undeniable. Within just 2 weeks of proper timing, Walter called my office with excitement. "Dr. Thompson, it's like someone gave me a completely different body," Walter reported. "The energy that starts in the morning now lasts all day long. I have strength and stamina I haven't felt in years. I'm working in my garden for hours without getting tired, and I'm actually looking forward to physical activities again." Walter continued with obvious enthusiasm. "My wife has definitely noticed the difference in my energy levels and well, let's just say she's very happy about the changes in my enthusiasm for our intimate relationship. I feel like I'm 50 years old again, maybe even better than that." The morning timing had unlocked Walter's full masculine potential, but there was still one more critical factor that determines whether this ancient protocol works or fails completely. Frank, a 68-year-old retired master carpenter who had built custom homes his entire career, was following the garlic protocol perfectly. Morning timing, 60-second chewing, consistent daily use. But he was using old, sprouting garlic that he'd found sitting in his pantry for months. "Doc, I've been chewing that garlic religiously for over a month now," Frank reported during his follow-up consultation. "I follow your protocol exactly. Every morning, 60 seconds of chewing, the whole routine. It tastes absolutely terrible, and I nearly gag every time, but I'm not feeling any stronger or more energetic. I'm starting to think maybe I'm doing something fundamentally wrong." Frank was doing everything right except for one crucial detail that most men overlook. Garlic quality determines everything when it comes to restoring masculine vitality and strength. Here's what most men don't realize about garlic potency. Fresh, properly stored garlic contains 30 to 40% more allicin than old, imported, or improperly stored garlic. The enzyme activity that creates testosterone-boosting allicin degrades rapidly over time and with poor storage conditions. Garlic that's been stored for months, exposed to light, allowed to sprout, or kept in humid conditions has severely diminished enzyme activity and reduced sulfur compound concentrations. The green sprouts you see emerging from old garlic cloves are a clear sign that the internal chemistry has changed and the testosterone-supporting compounds have been depleted. Most supermarket garlic is imported from overseas and has been stored for months before reaching store shelves. This garlic may look acceptable externally, but it contains significantly reduced levels of the active compounds your body needs for hormonal restoration. Research reveals that organic, locally grown garlic contains up to 50% higher sulfur compound concentrations compared to mass-produced, imported varieties. The soil quality, harvesting methods, and storage conditions all dramatically affect the final potency of the garlic you consume. For maximum testosterone and circulation benefits, your garlic cloves should be completely firm when pressed, with tight white flesh and no green shoots visible. The papery outer skin should be intact and dry, and each clove should release a strong, pungent aroma when cut or crushed. Here's how to source and store garlic for maximum potency. Purchase fresh, organic garlic from local farmers markets, health food stores, or organic grocery sections. Look for bulbs with tight, papery skin and no visible green shoots or soft spots. Store your garlic at room temperature in a dark, dry place with good air circulation, never in the refrigerator, as cold temperatures damage the enzyme systems. A mesh bag or open basket in a pantry or cupboard provides ideal storage conditions. Use your garlic within 2 to 3 weeks of purchase for maximum potency. As garlic ages, the enzyme activity decreases and the sulfur compounds begin to break down, reducing the testosterone boosting effectiveness. Each individual clove should feel completely solid when pressed and release an immediately strong, characteristic garlic aroma when cut. If the garlic smells weak or has soft spots, the active compounds have already degraded. When Frank made the switch to fresh, organic, locally sourced garlic, the difference was immediate and dramatic. Within just 2 weeks of using high-quality garlic, he called my office with excitement. "Now I understand exactly what you meant about garlic quality," Frank reported. "This fresh, organic garlic is completely different from that old stuff I was using. It's much stronger smelling, more potent tasting, and within just a few days I could feel my energy starting to return." Frank continued, "My physical strength is definitely coming back. I'm working on projects in my workshop for hours without getting tired, and I feel like I have the stamina and focus I had years ago. My wife says I seem like my old self again, confident and energetic." The quality upgrade had been the missing piece that unlocked Frank's masculine vitality restoration. The pharmaceutical industry has spent billions of dollars over decades trying to recreate synthetically what raw garlic accomplishes naturally. Testosterone replacement gels, circulation medications, energy drinks, sexual enhancement pills, all of these expensive modern solutions are attempting to replicate the comprehensive benefits of this single, ancient spice. But synthetic pharmaceutical solutions can never match the remarkable complexity of natural compounds working together in perfect biological harmony. Raw garlic doesn't just boost testosterone in isolation, it supports the entire interconnected cascade of masculine vitality through multiple simultaneous pathways. Allicin improves circulation throughout your entire cardiovascular system by dramatically increasing nitric oxide production, which relaxes and dilates blood vessels. This enhanced circulation benefits not just sexual function, but energy levels, brain function, muscle performance, and overall vitality. The sulfur compounds in raw garlic support your liver's detoxification processes, helping remove hormone-blocking toxins and chemicals that accumulate in your body over decades. These toxins interfere with natural testosterone production, and removing them allows your endocrine system to function optimally. The powerful antioxidants in fresh garlic protect your existing testosterone from oxidative damage caused by stress, poor diet, and environmental toxins. This protection prevents the accelerated decline that many men experience after age 60. The natural anti-inflammatory compounds reduce chronic inflammation throughout your body, which is one of the primary suppressors of healthy hormone production. Chronic inflammation signals your body to reduce testosterone production as a protective mechanism. This synergistic effect explains why men see simultaneous improvements in energy levels, physical strength, circulation, and sexual function when using the proper raw garlic protocol. You're not treating individual symptoms. You're restoring the fundamental biological foundation of masculine vitality. Ancient cultures understood this comprehensive approach to masculine health, even without modern scientific understanding. Roman soldiers ate raw garlic before battles for increased strength, courage, and endurance. Egyptian workers building the pyramids received daily garlic rations to maintain their incredible physical stamina. Greek athletes consumed garlic before Olympic competitions to enhance their performance and recovery. These historical accounts weren't based on superstition or folklore. They were based on thousands of years of observed results. Ancient peoples knew that raw garlic worked for masculine strength and vitality because they witnessed its effects consistently across generations. Modern nutritional science has now validated their empirical wisdom. Raw garlic contains over 40 different sulfur compounds, each contributing to masculine health through unique biological mechanisms. No synthetic drug or processed supplement can replicate this incredible complexity. The 60-second chewing protocol activates these compounds in precisely the way your body's biochemistry has evolved to utilize them over thousands of years. This isn't about pharmaceutical convenience or profit margins. It's about biological effectiveness and natural hormone restoration. 3,000 years of human experience combined with cutting-edge nutritional research proves that this simple daily practice can restore the strength, energy, and sexual vitality you thought was permanently lost to aging. The biggest mistake I witness in my practice is men expecting instant, pharmaceutical-like results from natural hormone restoration. Raw garlic works by rebuilding your hormonal and circulatory foundation over time, not by forcing immediate artificial responses like synthetic drugs do. You're reversing decades of hormonal decline, poor circulation, and metabolic dysfunction. This restoration process takes time, patience, and consistent daily support. Expecting overnight transformation leads to disappointment and premature abandonment of the protocol. Many men try the raw garlic protocol for 1 week, don't feel dramatically different immediately, and quit in frustration. They assume it's not working because they don't understand that natural hormone restoration requires 4 to 8 weeks to show significant measurable results. Your body needs time to increase natural testosterone production, improve circulation throughout your cardiovascular system, and build sustainable energy reserves. This is biological restoration, not symptom masking. Another critical mistake that dooms most attempts is inconsistency. Taking garlic sporadically, missing days, or using it only when convenient won't produce any meaningful results. Your hormone production systems respond to consistent daily nutritional signals, not occasional random doses. Missing even a few days breaks the biological momentum and significantly delays the restoration process. Your endocrine system needs reliable daily support to rebuild optimal function. Quality shortcuts represent another failure point for most men. Using old sprouting garlic from the pantry, garlic powder, processed garlic supplements, or aged garlic extracts instead of fresh, organic cloves eliminates 80–90% of the active testosterone-supporting compounds. The money you save buying cheap, low-quality garlic costs you the masculine vitality results you desperately want. This is not an area where cost-cutting makes sense. Poor timing reduces effectiveness dramatically. Taking garlic with meals at night or simultaneously with prescription medications can interfere with absorption and activation. The morning empty stomach protocol maximizes bioavailability when your hormones are naturally primed for optimization. 6 to 7 a.m. Morning activation. Upon waking, before any coffee, water, or breakfast, take 1 fresh organic garlic clove from your properly stored supply. Using the flat side of a knife blade, lightly crush the clove just enough to break through the papery skin. Place it in your mouth and chew slowly, thoroughly, and deliberately for exactly 60 seconds. Count in your head to ensure proper timing. Swallow with a full glass of room temperature water. 6:35 a.m. Absorption window. Wait exactly 30 minutes before eating or drinking anything else. Use this quiet time for light stretching, meditation, or planning your day. This waiting period is crucial for maximum absorption of the testosterone-supporting compounds into your bloodstream. 6:35 a.m. Normal breakfast. Eat your regular breakfast. By this point, the garlic compounds are actively absorbing into your system and beginning their work on hormone production and circulation improvement. Throughout the day, progress monitoring. You should begin noticing sustained energy without the afternoon crashes that plague most men over 60. Physical strength during daily activities should gradually improve. Mental clarity and focus typically enhance within the first 2 weeks. Evening, progress tracking. Before bed, briefly note your energy levels, mood, physical strength, and any changes in sexual function or desire. Keep a simple daily log to track your restoration progress over the 8-12-week protocol period. This routine works because it perfectly aligns with your body's natural circadian rhythms and hormonal production cycles. Morning testosterone production peaks between 6 to 8 a.m., providing the optimal biological window for nutritional hormonal support.
Empty stomach absorption maximizes bioavailability of the active compounds without interference from other foods or beverages. Consistent daily timing creates the steady nutritional availability your endocrine system requires for optimal testosterone production and circulation enhancement. Quality control checkpoints. Use only fresh organic garlic with firm cloves. Replace your garlic supply every 2 to 3 weeks. Maximum store at room temperature in a dark, dry location. Each clove should be completely firm and release strong aroma when cut. Never use sprouting, soft, or old garlic. Progress milestones. Week 1 to 2, improved energy levels and mental clarity. Week 3 to 4, increased physical strength and exercise tolerance. Week 5 to 8, enhanced sexual function and overall masculine vitality. Week 8 plus, sustained masculine confidence, strength, and sexual performance. Remember, this protocol isn't about quick pharmaceutical fixes or temporary symptom relief. It's about rebuilding the fundamental biological foundation of masculine strength that will serve you powerfully for years to come. Listen, I've been treating men like you for over 3 decades, and I want you to know something important. You've built careers that mattered, raised families with dedication, and served your communities with strength and genuine purpose. The fact that you're here right now, actively seeking answers instead of passively accepting decline, tells me everything I need to know about your character and determination. This isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's proof that you're still fighting for the life you want to live, the man you know you can be.
I've had the privilege of watching thousands of men transform their health, their relationships, and their entire sense of themselves through this simple daily practice. What amazes me most after all these years is how physical restoration becomes complete life restoration. When your natural energy returns, your confidence follows immediately. When your physical strength comes back, your relationships deepen and improve. When your masculine vitality is restored to healthy levels, you remember who you really are, not just the man you used to be, but the man you're meant to be. You now have complete knowledge of the 60-second garlic protocol, nature's most powerful testosterone enhancer and circulation restorer. This isn't just about chewing a spice for 1 minute each morning. It's about reclaiming the biological foundation of masculine strength that modern life and poor nutrition have slowly eroded.
The morning activation timing maximizes your body's natural hormone production cycles. The fresh, organic quality ensures maximum potency and effectiveness. The precise 60-second chewing protocol activates sulfur compounds that expensive synthetic drugs simply cannot replicate. This represents ancient wisdom that's been validated by modern nutritional science. It offers you something that pharmaceutical companies can never provide: comprehensive restoration of masculine vitality without dangerous side effects, without expensive prescriptions, without creating dependency on external substances. You're not masking symptoms or temporarily boosting performance. You're rebuilding the natural strength, energy, and sexual confidence that makes you feel fully alive and completely masculine. What you choose to do with this information is entirely up to you. Your body isn't giving up on you. It's asking for the right kind of support. You have the opportunity right now to restore your strength, energy, and confidence naturally and safely, using wisdom that's worked for thousands of years. It's not too late for you. Not even close. You can be the strong, vital, confident man you know you are inside, fully, boldly, and without any apologies or limitations. The choice before you is actually quite simple. You can continue accepting decline as inevitable and watch your vitality slip away month by month, or you can give your body exactly what it needs to function at optimal levels again. This ancient spice won't turn back time or make you 25 years old again. but it can restore the vitality, strength, and masculine confidence that make every single day worth living fully and completely.
Your masculine power isn't gone. It's not even close to being gone. It's just waiting for the right nutritional fuel to reignite and restore itself to healthy levels. If this information has helped you understand what's possible for your health and your future, I need you to share it with other men in your life who need this knowledge. Too many good, strong men are suffering in silence, thinking their strength and vitality are permanently lost to aging. By sharing this ancient wisdom, you become part of a movement that's helping men reclaim their health, their confidence, and their masculine vitality naturally and safely. I'm genuinely grateful that you trusted me with your time and attention today. Your willingness to seek real solutions instead of accepting defeat inspires me to continue sharing what I've learned from 3 decades of helping men restore their health and masculine confidence. You deserve to feel strong, energetic, and fully alive. You've earned the right to wake up each morning with energy that lasts all day, strength that serves you in everything you do, and confidence that comes from knowing your body is working optimally. Take care of yourself. You matter more than you know, and the men in your life are counting on you to be the strong, vital leader they need you to be. Start tomorrow morning. Your transformation begins with a single garlic clove and 60 seconds of your time. You've got this.